Assalamualaikum. My name is Nashukra binti Abdul Siddiq and I was the first member will present the topic Introduction to Learning Disabilities. Students with learning disabilities require a diverse approach different from that of mainstream students. Exists because students like this face challenge in terms of reading, writing, lack of focus and outstanding some of the concept taught in class. Many challenges will be faced by special education teachers to ensure that this process of teaching and learning can be carried out properly. The teaching strategies to be applied in the teaching and learning season to ensure that they also get effective and inclusive learning overall. Based on this topic, our group focused entirely on the analysis of specific teaching strategies, the planning of appropriate activity for students, the effective of the strategies applied in learning and the facilities they use in learning, also the challenge and obstacle faced by teacher. It also assists the effective of the strategy whether the student are active in the learning activities carried out by the teacher and their academic performance. If the approach that special education teacher use in their learning also have a positive impact on their learning and the same time provide opportunities for teachers to be more likely to improve on a variety of effective learning approach in the future. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Adiba Yasmin binti Alam. Today I would like to share about the learning approach used by teacher Besi Anak Dia to support students with special learning needs. First of all, learning activities are designed to be enjoyable and appropriate to the student's level of understanding. This is very important because students with learning difficulties may easily feel bored and frustrated if the activities are too difficult or uninteresting. By ensuring that the activities match their level, students can focus better and be more motivated to learn. Next, activities are chosen based on the student interest, such as the use of music and animal sound. For example, when teacher Besi Anak Dia teaching animal sound, the teacher use song and actual animal sound as teaching aid. This approach not only attract the student attention, but also help them understand the concept better in because it incorporates interactive and sensory element. The element of music and singing is not just for entertainment, but function as an effective learning tool. It helps capture the students' attention and make learning easier to accept and remember. As a result of this approach, students begin to show positive change. They become more confident to interact, speak with their teachers, and build relationships with their peers. This is an important development because social skills are key to success in learning and daily life. Interactive and fun activities encourage all students to participate, even those from diverse learning backgrounds. This creates a more inclusive and friendly classroom atmosphere where every student has the opportunity to learn and grow according to their abilities. Finally, the use of constraint and entertaining activities make it easier for students to understand and remember the topic taught. Constraint materials such as real sound and singing make abstract concepts clear and easier for students to digest. In conclusion, a learning approach that define based on student interest and interactive are very effective in helping students with learning difficulties. They not only improve understand but they also build confident and important social skills. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Madam Rabiha. I am Fatiha Rahman from semester 4. Okay, my question to Miss Bessie Anak Dia in the interview was, how do you implement Differentiation instruction in the classroom for diverse students with learning disability. Okay, from my observation and analysis in the interview with the teacher, I explore how Miss Bessie implemented differentiation instruction to support students with learning disabilities such as Down syndrome, ADHD, and autism. Okay, Miss Bessie has shared her extensive experience in handling children with disability. The most important thing she highlighted is every student have different abilities. So we must put ourselves in their shoes to understand them, so that we can ensure the knowledge is truly imparted to them and to understand the challenge what they face. Miss Bessie has highlighted the key strategies was using fun learning mood to capture their interest and ensure they participate in the lessons, such as using music, like sing along together. Although in the classroom have different learning disability, to using differentiation instruction is quite challenging because due to the time period is very short, and they have different student with different strength and abilities. So what they do is fun learning mode is the approach is to gain the student engagement. Because as we know, using songs, example like song can activate the student limbic system, which is dopamine or happy hormone that can cause to boost their intrinsic motivation to keep learning because they feel learning is fun. Okay, using fun learning mode can reduce their cognitive overload or feel pressure during learning because some of them are struggling to adapt or understand new knowledge. From what I have observed in the interview, by integrating fun learning mode with multi-sensory approaches by combining movement, visual aid and sensory activities such as Ms. Bessie has mentioned using bahan maujud in Bahasa Melayu. In English, it's existing material. In education, we call it learning material or learning aid. Okay, example, a ball, showing a physical ball to the student so that student can touch, can feel, can see with your own eyes and touch with your own hands. This indicates a multi-sensory activity. Okay, indirectly, this strength to strengthen their cognitive ability in memory and visual to encode in their brain system. From my observation in this interview, using existing material or bahan maujud can help students who are struggle to understand or to catch up the lesson. Okay, this about bahan maujud will be explained by my teammate. Okay, this is what Miss Bessie has mentioned to answer my friend question, which is also a part of differentiation strategy in learning. Moving to teacher Bessie rationale about using these approaches is to make learning is fun, enjoyable, to approach the student who are struggle, lack of focus, poor in memorizing, and difficulty in learning. Using these fun learning approaches may make them feel included, comfortable, and less stressed, not something is boring or stress. She also emphasized about the end of the lesson is to ensure students can adapt in real world experience and to have social interaction by fostering for communication skills so that they can communicate with their friends and teachers and adapt in society future. The impact of using these approaches in student performance, they retain more focus and confident as the learning session fit their ability, welcoming their unique ability. Besides, fun learning mood can increase all students to actively participate regardless of their disabilities. So they no longer feel hesitate or low self-confidence to join because the teacher has made the learning is enjoyable. So that may cause them to participate and feel fun. This approach is to ensure all students can achieve the learning goal at their own pace and keep motivating them learning as part of intrinsic motivation. In short, okay, teaching with honesty can make a real difference. When we apply differentiation strategy in correct way to cater the student needs, when we immerse ourselves in their abilities and strength, we begin to truly understand what our student needs, what is our student challenge, what they face, how they feel. This understanding allows us to create an inclusive environment where they feel valued, motivated, and supported to grow in their learning journey. So I have finished my part. So now I will pass to my teammate, which is Nura Nabila, where she will explain about effective teaching strategies for students with disabilities, where Nabila will explain more about bahan maujud, or in English is existing material or learning aid to engage this student in learning strategy. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm Nabila. Now I want to expand for my part. Okay. For the analysis and observation of the specific teaching strategy used to support students with learning disability. Okay, for my point, first is the teacher apply concept learning using real object to help students who have the development delay understand the learning. The second point is the teacher not to use technology too much in learning because special needs students need more real support learning. And the last point is the teaching student with daily object to help student relate learning to real life to build on understanding in student that they will use in a real daily routine. Okay. Then the impact of the strategy on the student participate and to the performance, which is the first is the student will more understanding and focus because they can see and touch the real object. The second point is the student will be interested in participating to join because they want to know what the object. Okay, the last point is the student will have less stress and confused because they're easy to learn and not pressure. That's all.
Okay, hello. My name is Narfazira Binti Pujang and my ID number is MC-021527808. So today I'm going to present about presenting the analysis and the impact of teaching strategies that are used to support students with learning disabilities. So, which is based on an interview that was conducted with Miss Bessie Anadia, which is a special education teacher. So firstly, Miss Bessie uses a fun learning method, which is like singing, dancing, and playing games. So these activities help keep the students to engage and focus throughout the lesson, especially students with ADHD and autism who are struggle with attention. And she's also create a positive and supportive classroom environment which help the students feel safe and more confident to participate without fear of making mistakes. And next, she used physical learning on real objects such as a cloth or ball, which this approach actually helps students to understand the concept better through the hands-on experience and the visual memory. This support the multi-sensory learning, which is important for the students who are struggle with the abstract thinking. And Miss Bessie also applies a differentiated instruction, which means adapting her teaching methods to fit each student's individual needs. And since every students are learning differently, she uses a mix of approaches to ensure that no one is left behind. And lastly, the lesson, she also make lessons that are divided into smaller, which is manageable apart to reduce the cognitive overload. So this will help the students to concentrate better and stay involved in the learning process throughout the classes. So as for the impact of these strategies on students' participation and performance, students are more actively engaged and participate more during the class activities, and there is also a noticeable improvement in their communication skills and their social interaction skills as they become more comfortable talking with their teachers and their classmates. And so students also gain more confidence which encourage them to express themselves and try new things without fear. And by using the real life materials, it helps students to retain information better in their mind, in their because they can connect work and concepts to something that they can physically see and touch. So overall, these strategies create an inclusive learning environments where all students are, regardless of their learning abilities, they still can learn comfortable at their own pace. So, in conclusion, this analysis shows that using the right strategies can make a big difference in how the students, which is with the learning these abilities, participate and perform in the classroom. Thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nashukra binti Abdul Siddiq, and I will continue the presentation about analysis and observation of specific teaching strategies used to support students with learning disabilities. The challenge that students with these disorders still face, even though the teaching strategy have been implemented in the classroom, is the communication skill of the students themselves. Although many strategies have been implemented in learning, they are still not able to communicate well, so it is difficult for the students to express what they think and feel. This means that these students are still unable to speak their hearts and minds, even though teachers have taught and exposed them to a variety of strategies to help them learn. The next challenge is that these students with disabilities also have diverse needs. Students mixing in the same classroom as students with autism, Down syndrome, and so on, it's going to be a challenge for the teacher who are teaching in the classroom to communicate knowledge using multiple strategies at the same time to make sure that the students are not lagging behind in learning. Teachers need to ensure the smooth learning of the classroom from the distraction of other students with disabilities. Thank you.
Okay. To conclude that what we have learned is that students with learning disabilities need teaching methods that are different from typical approaches because each student has their own unique strength and challenges. So it's important for the teacher to plan lessons that are suit their individual styles and needs. And by using fun and hand-on activities like Miss Bessie have made, like singing, games, or showing the real life objects. Teacher can help students to stay more focused and improve their memory of what's being taught. So, and these strategies also build the students' confidence and support their communication in terms of skills. So, skills both with their teachers and the classmates. And most importantly, the right teaching method also allow the students which is with the learning disabilities to take part more actively in the class and enjoy the learning process and develop both academically and socially in an inclusive classroom.